Emily had always believed in love. She dreamed of a marriage filled with warmth, laughter, and partnership. But reality was far from her expectations. When she met Daniel, he was charming and attentive. He made her feel special, showered her with compliments, and promised her a wonderful life together. Friends envied their relationship, and her parents were thrilled when he proposed. But after the wedding, everything changed. At first, it was subtle. He stopped helping with small things. No more setting the table, no more bringing in groceries. Then came the dismissive comments. "You don't need to work, I'll take care of everything. You're overreacting, women stress over small things. Why do you need friends? I'm your husband, isn't that enough?" At first, she brushed it off, convincing herself he was just traditional. But as months turned into years, the pattern became clear. The criticism started with household chores. No matter how much she did, it was never enough. "The bathroom isn't clean. This food tastes different today. My coworker's wife packs him lunch every day. Maybe you should too." She tried. She cooked his favorite meals, kept the house spotless, even distanced herself from friends to dedicate more time to him. But the more she gave, the less he appreciated her. Then she got pregnant. For a moment, she thought things would change. When she told him, he hugged her and smiled. "That's great, honey." She clung to that moment, hoping it meant he would finally see her as more than just someone who served him. But pregnancy was exhausting. The nausea, body aches, and fatigue were overwhelming. She hoped he would step up, just a little, maybe bring her water when she was too sick to stand. Instead, he rolled his eyes. "Pregnant women have been doing this for centuries. You're not special." When she was 7 months pregnant, she struggled to get up from the couch. She asked him to pass her a glass of water that was just out of reach. He sighed loudly. "You're being dramatic." That night, as she lay in bed, feeling her baby kick, she realized something. She was alone. Yes, she was married. Yes, she lived in the same house as Daniel. But emotionally, mentally, she was completely alone. The birth of their child should have been a turning point. Instead, it made things worse. The sleepless nights, the endless crying, the exhaustion. She thought Daniel would finally help, that he'd say, "Let me hold the baby." Instead, he slept through the cries. Or worse, he got annoyed. "Can you make her stop?" "I have work tomorrow." She looked at her daughter's tiny face, at the innocence in her eyes. She didn't want her child to grow up thinking this was normal. She didn't want her daughter to believe this was love. That was the moment she decided to leave. But she had to be smart. She started saving small amounts of money, finding remote work, and making quiet preparations. Every time she bought groceries, she took out a little extra cash and hid it away. One day, Daniel came home early and saw her laptop open with a job application on the screen. He frowned. "What's this?" She forced a smile. "Just something I was looking at." He scoffed. "You don't need a job. I take care of everything. You should be grateful." Grateful? For what? For being treated like a maid? For being invisible in her own marriage? That night, she made up her mind. On their 10th anniversary, she did something she hadn't done in years. She prepared a special dinner, candles, wine, his favorite meal. Daniel smirked. "Finally acting like a wife, huh?" She smiled. "Something like that." That night, after he fell into his usual deep sleep, she packed her bags. Took only what she needed: clothes, the baby, the money she saved. She left the anniversary dinner plates still on the table, the wine glasses half full. By morning, she was gone. At first, Daniel was sure she'd be back. Where else would she go? She had no job, no income. But days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and she never returned. He called her family, but they refused to talk to him. He showed up at her old friends' places, demanding to know where she was. No one told him anything. Then, one day, he saw her. She was sitting at a cafe, sipping coffee, dressed in a way he had never seen before. Confident, radiant, free. She had a new job, a new life. He stammered, "Emily, can we talk?" She simply smiled. "There's nothing to talk about." And she walked away. For the first time, Daniel understood something he had never considered before. She had never needed him, but he had always needed her. And now, he had lost her forever.